Let me ask you something. How much money did you spend last month on things you didn't actually need? Not things you wanted. Not things that made your life better. Things you bought out of habit, out of pressure, out of a kind of quiet, automatic reflex. Because here's the truth. Most of us are bleeding money slowly, not all at once. It's not the big purchases that quietly destroy your financial future. It's the small, recurring, totally normalized ones. The ones nobody talks about because everybody's doing them. Today I'm going to walk you through 9 things I completely stopped buying, and how cutting each one out changed not just my bank account, but the way I think about money altogether. Some of these are going to surprise you. A couple might actually make you a little uncomfortable because you're probably buying them right now. And number seven is the one that most people never see coming until it's too late. But before we get into it, I want you to do something for me. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you already know you're wasting money on but just haven't stopped yet? I read every single comment, and honestly, your answers help me make better videos for you. Now, let's get into it. The first thing I stopped buying was brand new cars. And I know, before you click off, hear me out. I'm not telling you to drive something falling apart. I'm telling you that the moment you drive a new car off a dealership lot, it loses somewhere between 10 and 20% of its value. In the first year alone, you are paying a premium not for the car itself, but for the psychological pleasure of being the first person to sit in it. That's it. That's the entire argument for buying new. A 2 or 3-year-old vehicle with low mileage, one previous owner, and a full service history gives you 95% of the experience at 60 or 70% of the cost. When I made this switch, I freed up hundreds of dollars every single month. Not because I downgraded my life, because I stopped paying for something I couldn't even see or feel. The second thing I stopped buying was extended warranties. On anything. Televisions, laptops, appliances, phones, doesn't matter. The warranty industry is one of the most profitable businesses on the planet, and it's profitable for one reason. The math is designed to work against you. Retailers make enormous margins on these warranties precisely because most people never use them, and the ones who do usually find the claim process so difficult that they give up halfway through. If you want real protection, put the money you would have spent on warranties into a small emergency fund specifically for electronics and appliances. You'll come out ahead almost every single time. The store is not offering you peace of mind. They're offering you a very expensive illusion of it. The third thing, and this one stings a little, is daily coffee from cafes. Now, I want to be precise here because I'm not one of those people who thinks you should deprive yourself of every small pleasure in life. The occasional coffee with a friend, the Saturday morning ritual at your favorite place. That's not the problem. The problem is the daily, automatic, mindless stop. The coffee that you don't even really taste because you're already on your phone, already distracted, already somewhere else. When I tracked my own spending on this, I was genuinely shocked. What felt like a small indulgence was costing me close to $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year on coffee I barely remembered drinking. I still enjoy good coffee. I just stopped letting a habit I wasn't even conscious of make that decision for me. Now, the fourth thing I stopped buying is something almost nobody talks about, and that's premium cable and streaming bundles all at once. We have entered this strange era where people are paying for 6, 7, 8 different streaming services simultaneously because they're afraid of missing something. And the companies know this. They release content strategically to keep you subscribed month after month. But here's the system that actually works. Subscribe to one service, watch everything on it you want to watch, cancel it, and move to the next one. You rotate. You are never locked in, you never overpay, and you still get to watch everything eventually. The only thing you sacrifice is the ability to talk about a show the week it comes out, and I promise you that is a trade worth making. Fifth, and this one gets uncomfortable, I stopped buying things to signal status. Clothes with visible logos, accessories chosen because of the brand name on them rather than the quality of the product. Gadgets that I upgraded not because mine stopped working, but because a newer version came out. This is the deepest and most difficult one on this list, because it's not really about money at all, it's about identity. We buy status symbols because we want people to perceive us a certain way, but the research is devastatingly clear on this. Other people notice your status purchases far less than you think they do, and the feeling of elevation you get from buying them fades within days, sometimes within hours. The people you're trying to impress are too busy thinking about their own image to spend much time thinking about yours. When I fully accepted that, my relationship with shopping changed permanently. The sixth thing I no longer buy is bottled water as a regular habit. I'm not talking about emergencies or travel. I'm talking about the daily, casual, totally unnecessary habit of buying single-use plastic water bottles when clean tap water is available. In most cities, filtered tap water is indistinguishable in taste from bottled water once you've made the adjustment. A quality water filter and a durable bottle costs you somewhere between $30 and $70 total, and pays for itself within the first few weeks. This isn't just about money, though the savings are real. It's about noticing how easily we accept small, repeated costs because everyone around us is doing the same thing. Number 7. This is the one I told you about at the beginning, and I want you to pay close attention here. The seventh thing I completely stopped buying is financial products I didn't fully understand. Insurance policies with dozens of pages of exclusions I hadn't read. Investment products sold to me by someone who earned a commission for selling them. Savings accounts at banks that quietly offered me a fraction of the interest available elsewhere, while advertising heavily to make me feel loyal to them. The financial industry depends on complexity. It depends on you feeling slightly embarrassed to ask basic questions, slightly intimidated by the jargon, slightly too busy to read the fine print. When I started insisting on understanding every single financial product before I paid for it, I canceled several things I should never have had and moved my money into instruments that actually served me. The discomfort of asking hard questions will always cost you less than the comfort of staying silent. The eighth thing I no longer buy is convenience food at inflated prices, simply because I didn't plan ahead. The airport sandwich, the train station snack, the petrol station meal because I didn't bring anything with me. Each one of these is 3, 4, 5 times the price you'd pay if you'd thought about it 30 minutes earlier. And I'm not saying this from a place of judgment. I used to do all of it. But what I realized is that convenience pricing isn't really about convenience. It's about the tax you pay for disorganization. When I started planning my meals and snacks even loosely before travel or long days, I stopped paying that tax almost entirely. Your future self, the one standing in that airport at gate 14, will thank your present self for this every single time. And the ninth thing, the last one, and arguably the most important, is other people's timelines. Now stay with me here because this is going to sound philosophical, but it has a very practical financial implication. We buy houses before we're financially ready because we feel like we're supposed to by a certain age. We upgrade cars because our peers have upgraded theirs. We spend money on weddings, on holidays, on gadgets, on clothes, not because we genuinely want those things at that moment, but because there is an invisible social schedule running in the background of our lives, telling us where we should be by now. And every time we make a purchase to stay on that schedule rather than on our own, we pay a price that's both financial and personal. The most expensive thing most people ever buy is the approval of a crowd that isn't paying their bills. Here's what I want to leave you with. None of the 9 things I just walked you through require you to live a smaller life. They require you to live a more deliberate one. The goal isn't deprivation. The goal is to make sure that every significant amount of money leaving your account is doing so because you consciously decided it should. Not because a habit decided for you, not because a marketer decided for you, and not because a social norm decided for you. If you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Go back to that comment you left at the beginning, or leave one now if you haven't yet. Tell me which of these 9 resonated most. I genuinely want to know. And if you found this useful, share it with one person in your life who you think needs to hear it. Not as a lecture, just as a conversation starter. Because the best financial decisions most people ever make start with a simple question they'd never thought to ask before. I'll see you in the next one.